Cody from Cody the Emo will be joining me today. Hello, you there? Cody?
Hello.
There you go. Sorry, it seems a small technical difficulty. Can you hear me, Cody, or am I muffled or something?
Really quiet.
Alright, how's this?
Second.
Is this any better? Sorry, folks, I will do this again because apparently my mic was out of place. This is Drake of the West, and I'm John speaking. I'm here with my friend Cody from Cody the Emo, and today
Hello.
I will be playing Fallout 4, unmodded with a fresh start.
Sounds good.
My last Fallout video, I kinda had a welcome to the world of, what was it, Tube? Or Noob Tube, something like that? That may
Welcome
have
to the
been...
world of new tubing, I think.
Yeah. Um, Essentially, I'm not sure if that was a welcome to me joining YouTube and broadcasting, or if that was a comment on the overpowered modded rifle. I call it my giblet gun because, well, it blows everything to giblets. And yes, I know Fallout 4 has been a thing.
War never changes.
As the way it came without mods and without really cheating. This is kind of a way to work tricks. Most of the tricks that I'm going to pull are actually from my experience with Dungeons and Dragons tabletops.
Something miraculous happened.
And as different as this is from D&D tabletop, there are some similarities with your perk tree if you look close enough at how it actually works. I can't really say that there's like a certain point with like the strength where you actually receive modifiers or anything, but I think the points that you actually get would be the value on your modifiers for those of you that actually play D&D tabletop.
The entire world unraveled.
For those that you do not or have not played D&D tabletop, personally I think it's a great game, great way to socialize with people.
Great
Online
thinking, really.
tabletopping is actually becoming more and more of a thing. And I just got to notice that my connection is not so great. Hopefully it will keep broadcasting with some delay. If not, hopefully Cody will catch it and tell me soon. Say again?
It's running. Not beautiful, but it's running.
I'm sorry, folks. Hopefully this is not too terrible. Again, as said in the YouTube, I do not have my own internet connection, so I'm sharing it with a lot of different people.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
And for the most part, I actually agree with his quote right there. War never really changes. The only difference between one war to the next is we might have learned a better way to kill each other. Which, yeah.
New people, new weapons, everybody dies just the same.
War is just really, not pleasant. But it was never meant to be.
Alright, we are back at good health.
Okay. Awesome. No, I don't want that. No. I guess I'm gonna go with this face and...
It's a good face. Looks kind of like you, actually.
Just a little. Little bit different, though.
Oh, that's a
And
terrifying robot.
one of these days, I will have to find a way to actually get a recent image to both Cody and you guys so you actually see what I actually look like and why he says this.
Yeah,
But it's
anybody who watched... Oh, sorry.
it's been a little while, I think, since Cody's actually seen my face.
Good morning, sir. Your coffee. 173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
No, thank you, Codsworth. I do not drink coffee. Now, if you've got tea, on the other hand, that's great.
Coffee.
Codsworth.
Enjoy your coffee, sir.
World's greatest laxative. Beware.
Grotnak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
Bat babies. Sounds like a very scary mutation.
Oh, sounds like someone made a sticky. I should attend to young Shaw.
You know, I was nervous at first, but Codsworth's really good with Sean.
Kind of surprising considering how inhuman Codsworth looks and how much infants are actually looking for something to determine their norm for people. And infants actually start identifying features of male, female, round about 3 months of age. Fun fact for you. So, me having long hair real life, I can really confuse babies.
Can you get that? It's probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
Good morning. Vaultec calling.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
Urgency, huh? That's not gonna be, good news.
I'm here now.
So you are. So you are. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
Are you sure I wanted to have to do this? I mean, it might just be better to go with a big bang and flash.
Sounds great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
Sure, why
Let's
not?
do it.
Splendid. Splendid. Now, let's see.
Let's start with a name this time. Good name for a wanderer. Historically, Japanese samurai without masters and or wanderers that were good at fighting were often called ronin. They were also often bandits, too.
It was sometimes they're called things like packs of Ronin.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Now, yes, I kind of cheat mine a little bit, because with luck, you're generally able to do things that you just can't do or get things you can't do. So I immediately kind of crank that one a little bit high. I also tend to pump the strength and perception right out of the gate. A little bit of charisma And definitely some endurance. Gonna be needed. I hate this. Okay, that looks about right to me for the way I generally break the system.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
It's
Not
peace of
really.
mind. That's worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
For the most part, I'm going to try to avoid giving you spoilers to the games I play as I play them.
Absolutely refuses to I think he needs some of that paternal
But, for those of you that have even started a Fallout game, you know that this was exceptionally good timing on our Vault Tech representative's arrival.
He loves that. Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir, Mom,
Welcome.
see this?
Codsworth, what's wrong?
Door.
Followed by yes, followed by flashes, blinding flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost contact with our affiliate stations.
So, yeah.
We do have coming in. That's
This is probably going to be an episodial on how I play Fallout and how I kind of cheated a little bit. So, definitely going to be easy. There are no mods whatsoever active. This is all just vanilla game.
Now!
Yeah, personally, I've never actually seen or played Fallout, so I don't...
Well, I apologize for the spoiler then, Cody. I mean, the intro's really not all that awesome, and it follows the more or less formula for how you wind up in the vault. From, well, most vaults you actually get born in the vault, but like, there's been a couple, I believe, where you deal something like this right here.
Yeah, I know the basic premise and,
We're on the list.
you know, within the gameplay,
Adult
but
male,
I
adult
just
female.
never...
Okay, go ahead.
Actually got into playing the game.
Good luck, man.
Follow me.
God
Come
help
on.
us all.
What's gonna
got
happen
into
to all those
playing it
people
or
outside the
watching
gate?
it or
Everything we
anything.
can. Now keep moving. Step on the platform in the center.
All I know is...
And yes, I know I troll people that look at the real world atomic bombs and stuff, because
Almost
I will
there.
actually
We're
make
gonna
my
be okay.
character actually watch
I
the
love you.
explosion,
Both of you.
which would
Love you
actually
too.
render you permanently blind.
Hold on.
Not only that, anybody in this general vicinity
Should have been
radiation
poisoned by the radiation and dead within,
Yeah.
I think it's 48 hours for the most. For most people, and some of the more lingering ones is about a week. Maybe
amount-
2.
Yeah, with that closeness of that bomb, you
We
got
did it.
obliterated in the blast.
We made it.
Yeah, quickly.
Everyone, please step off the elevator and proceed
So,
up the stairs.
gotta
and
love
walk
the,
fast. No need to worry, folks. Everyone's situated in your new home.
oh, what's the word I'm looking for?
Better future underground.
Usually I have the words to express things. Not today, huh?
You'll need your
Gotta love the,
seat. You can take a
video
turn.
games, it works because I say it works.
Logic?
Thanks.
Yeah.
What now?
Just follow the duck
Good grief. For my wonderful, wonderful high IQ, I just had a very blonde moment.
Our home. Everything we had.
My mother and father died in sea.
Move along.
What if they didn't make it? I know this
It's a good
As soon as you
You
walk
could-
into this vault, you should immediately realize something's not quite right.
Yeah, it seems a bit off.
I outran the entire game now. I think. Yeah, I outran the game. Because there's a Slowpoke I was supposed to follow to here. And believe me, I would not be fond of the mad scientist right there.
Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
Yeah, what the hell is that wrist computer, though?
The Pip-Boy?
The pod will decontaminate and
Oh,
depressurize
that's what it is.
before we head
Yeah, that's what it actually is. I mean, you saw Pip-Boy in the intro to the game as well, and those things are fucking massive.
Yeah, they look like big-ass radios that you just pull out of your pocket. Because game logic.
But somehow they get downsized in actual gameplay to this very manageable, very wide-band, almost watch-like device.
Yeah, it's like a wrist computer.
Yeah, but when you actually look at that intro movie clip, these things are massive.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna have, like, hermit crab arm going on.
What year did this game come out? 2013, 2014?
I think the first Fallout game came out in, like, the early 2000s.
And they had like that?
They never actually gave you a video movie clip of them. They just showed them as the small Pip-Boy in the game. This is actually the first one that gave you, like, a movie clip of the Pip-Boy. And it's like, that thing's frickin' huge.
More or less, they kind of predicted that the smartwatch would...
Say again?
They more or less predicted which would be a thing. Because I don't think in 2015 we had smartwatches yet.
I think the smartwatch was a thing around about late 2016, early 2017.
No, they've longer than that.
I might be behind on things. I've been, like, under a rock for a while now. So...
I mean, still, 2015, you know, any sort of wrist-like computer wasn't even exactly this, a thing in a video game or movie. Something sci-fi that shouldn't be.
I mean, military's probably had some odd little tiny devices like that, but again,
Well,
military tech is usually a good 15 to 30 years ahead of civilian.
exactly. For the
Oh, wait a
fact
minute.
that,
I almost forgot. I want to collect that, actually. Not you. There you are.
and for the fact that this game premiered in 2015, so had to create that clip probably in 2012.
I'll find who did this.
You...
I promise.
Yes, I have a weird obsession about having both of the rings, so I'm weird.
Why do you want both of the rings?
It's just a weird thing I do. It's really got no real reason. Let's see
So
if I
you're gonna
remember
hold-
the controls for this game. Oop.
So you're gonna hold
Alright.
it on your inventory for like the rest of the game?
in my inventory or until I get an actual house, and then it goes in like a storage there kind of thing. Bip! Oh, I missed. I hate missing, by the way.
Roaches?
Yep.
What the hell?
And there's usually nothing good, but sometimes you'll like manage to find something that you've overlooked a million times and be, ooh, that's nice. I always grab the vid card, a holotape game thing from here, and all you really need to do to grab it is this right here, and just play a, yeah, there's the trophy for it and everything. Oh. Yeah, and for those of you that actually enjoy retro... Oops, damn it. And pardon my language, I do swear a bit.
That's an understatement.
Oh.
By the way, anything out of game doesn't show up. These and messages included.
Yeah, I really suck at these kind of old retro games. But if you actually play retro games, you will probably recognize this as the original Donkey Kong, just kind of changed up a little bit.
Modified for its own purposes and copyright reasoning.
Oh yeah, which makes perfect sense, honestly, but...
all the same basic code. Are you just gonna play this until you win?
Oh, I just want to get the first level beat because it's like, damn it, I know I can do it. There we go. He's screwed now. Yeah, there we go. At this point, I have no problem losing. Run my own head right into it, too. Oh, bite me.
So in the original games, have a kind of basic model, or was it like how you see in all the other things, where it's this basic model character with the smile and the blonde, or was it also customizable?
With what, the modded, or...
Like Fallout 3, New Vegas.
They've got mods for them.
No, I mean customization-wise.
Oh, character creation. They had some. I mean, in some ways, it was a lot quicker and easier to do it, and still get something that you kinda wanted. I think there were a few things you could do to, get some extra stuff.
Is there like anyone to change the clothing to get out of the jumpsuit?
Oh yeah, but I've got to
with you.
like get stuff to do that first. And that's in-game get stuff, not modding or anything. General rule of thumb, if it can heal you, take it. Make room in your inventory if you don't. That's definitely a big thing.
What happened here?
Wrong Skelly.
Where is
Okay.
everyone?
Ooh, finally a gun. And you definitely want ammo. Ammo is always a issue.
terminal somewhere.
That's right. I've got to do this. Usually I would read through all this good stuff, but I've done it so many times that I already know, and it's like, why bother?
In time.
And unlike Skyrim, sneaking around does not, like, auto-level your hide ability or anything. Ah, damn it. Not enough. Alright. Boom, can't miss. Good. Good. And there's one more.
So how does that aiming system work?
VATS is based on your perception and oh hi, more of you. And your AP there. Different caliber weapons or sized bullets actually cost more AP. Taking physical actions like jumping, the melee that I was doing with my gun also cost AP or action points. And
So these are really full, well thought out RPGs.
for the most part, yes. You can break them, but it takes a little bit of doing. Now, I want to say that with like D&D tabletops, especially the early editions, it's really hard to break them. And you kind of see why I like to use the VATS now.
So your perception is relatively low. Does that mean you have a lower chance of getting that shot?
I have a harder time seeing things or noticing them, but at the same time, I've got a really high luck. So that luck is a random number generator that goes into everything I do. I mean, that random number generator influences everything from the items I pick up, the items I find on bodies, chests, whatever, to how quickly I get extra experience, critical hits, which are extra damage. I mean, luck is in, like, just about everything.
Okay. Worth leveling.
Oh, it's definitely worth it. But it does things randomly, so you might not get the luck when you really need it.
But your chances are...
Your chances are better with higher luck, but again, it just kind of does stuff more or less at random. And if people like what I'm doing with the Fallout, with the unmodded, I will, and the modded versions of Fallout, I have Skyrim available to me at this time, and can do the same thing. If there are particular mods that you'd like me to check out, and that won't cost me anything, because right now I'm really strapped financially, if it's a free mod that you're not really sure about getting for yourself, let me know. I'll check it out.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
If you guys have like looked at any of the Fallout Wikipedia pages and actually looked at the Vault Tech stuff, Vault Tech is really a very shadowy organization, if you ask me. I mean, it just... It's kind of perfect that they're a company that builds fallout shelters and actually, hey, guess what? Boom! It happens. I mean, it's just kind of weird that something would happen quite like that, in my mind. I mean, yes, real world, there were several occasions where we got really close to hitting the proverbial red button. But...
And you know, for a game that should be in a nuclear winter, it actually looks really nice.
It looks really warm for something that should still be experiencing nuclear winter. Then again, atomic bombs are not as powerful as nuclear bombs, but...
Codsworth? You're still here.
From what I understand, the ballpark number of atomic bombs that were dropped is really high, so I'm not sure if it would have really mattered too much that they were atomic bombs and not nuclear.
Yeah, it just peppered the entire world.
I mean, as much as we've seen a lot of US located games for Fallout, I would love to see one where you go to other countries.
Particularly other countries that the US might nuke the crap out of.
Well, either US nuked them, or maybe it's a game set in Japan or China or England or the Middle East. I mean,
An idea.
hell, even Australia. I mean, then I would really have an excuse to create a character named Mad Max.
I mean, here's an idea, just throwing it out there. Develop a game around the Middle East where you're fighting the Americans that are invading your home.
Or something. I mean, it's just...
Yeah.
It would just be a different perspective, a different location, a big change in story.
200 years? What? Are you...
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little. For the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late.
I mean, at least Fallout is not quite as bad. Reskinning their game, adding very minor changes.
Codsworth, you're acting...
And just
a little bit weird.
Selling the same product over and over. I will admit that the newest Call of Duty game is definitely different from the predecessors. But for a long time, they were once every year, same thing, new name, slightly reskinned, nothing really changed.
Yeah. Especially story-wise. I mean, game mechanics and actual gameplay can get better and it can get worse, but, I mean, for me, without a linear story, there's, you know, what's the point to keep playing besides completionism?
Yeah, it's just... I mean, yes, I love collecting a trophy or two every now and then, but it's just... I want something to sink my teeth into every now and again.
Yeah.
Change it up. I mean, big time change it up.
Well, I mean, that's what the newest one did.
Oh, yeah. Which is really good kudos on their part. But it took them so long to do it. It's like...
And it is still not getting popular reviews because it took away the original Call of Duty theme of real life wars that either have happened or could happen or will happen.
Yeah, they almost completely went sci-fi with it, which definitely changes their aspect up a lot. But
Have you seen anything dangerous?
Yeah.
Just the usual, sir.
What draws the line between franchises, really? I mean, within a couple more games, it'll be Halo.
yeah, almost.
And if you go into Halo Origins and you do enough Halo Origins games, it'll become old school Call of Duty.
Yeah, and it's just
And then
kind of odd that way, and
its predecessor to Master Chief is Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
Carry on. Picking up hostile light signs.
oh, wrong button, damn it. But yeah,
And
okay, all's left is Spotsworth there.
And the thing is, with these games, the farther they go into the future or into the past, the less their franchise destroy from just money making themselves into the ground.
Yeah, I mean, really, unless you, like, create a whole new game that's still part of your franchise or part of your world, you really can't keep following the same theme at all. After a certain point, people get tired of it. I don't want to say that it's the way a lot of games work today are just too... I don't really know if predictable is the right word, but they become predictable.
They're really gone, aren't they?
But I mean, still, even so, and the fact that they brought zombies back for Advanced Warfare, they tried to implement a story, it didn't work. I mean, it was still good play for just either wasting time or just having fun with friends, and it had a bit of a story, and then Infinite Warfare dropped any sort of story element completely. Like, the whole aspect of that part of the game is, oh, you're actors, and the movie director brought you into the movie. Escape, and there is no actual escape.
Yeah. Then you've got some really wacky, weird ones that you really can't explain. I mean, don't get me wrong, personally, I love anime. But there are a lot of anime-related games that I just can't wrap my head around, and it's like, wait, what? No, 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 no. That does not work at all.
Yeah. Usually, if games don't really follow the story, or if they kind of create their own story around it or something, usually games ruin, like, media franchises. Like, it's the same idea with making Assassin's Creed a movie, or, hell, making Call of Duty a movie. Movies, television, watchable media is something you keep at a distance from interactive media.
Yeah, definitely have to keep it at a certain level of distance. I mean, there's... Yeah. And here's another thing. The accepted mainstream media TV stuff, they're really beginning to cause problems for people that broadcast on YouTube, especially people that actually do this on a very regular basis, and have huge followings and they're actually monetized. I mean, Anime
Huge videos.
America. I'm not sure if Skullgrim is one of them, but I mean, a lot of these large groups are actually suffering badly.
You're all by yourself.
I mean,
Because
Wall Street
I was-
Journal's even gone to directly attack people that have actually become big names on YouTube, and
yeah,
that just really pisses me off because the mainstream media has actually become something that is. Oh, hang on, say what? All right, I'll be down in a bit. They've
become
really begun
oppressive.
to become corrupted. They want to give you one particular view, and they're being paid to do this.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with a YouTuber coming in, giving some diversity to it, and still being paid, but being paid this itty bitty few cents for every view, with a video that has like 3 or 4 commercials on it? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
not even sure I'm giving you the right amount of money, but I know it's piddly crappy amounts of money. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, what? Why? It's just, you don't make sense.
Like the most public of it has been the Wall Street Journal going after PewDiePie. I mean, with the whole anti-Semitism thing, both parties were in the wrong. First of all, Felix shouldn't have even done that to test limits or not. It was totally unacceptable. And then the Wall Street Journal messed up in their own way by handling it completely wrong and, saying things that weren't true, including that no comment on the situation, when in reality they had said this and then went to Felix for the first time to get a comment.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, PewDiePie could have gone for defamation, libel, and slander. And these are
Yeah.
legal charges he could have hit Wall Street Journal with. Now, being as big as Wall Street Journal is, it probably would have been very hard to make it stick.
Yeah.
But legally speaking, he would have been well within his rights and would have been appropriate. I know
And
this
that's
sounds
where
horrible for me to be saying, but and so long after this actually happened. But it's not just PewDiePie they're going after. They're beginning to go after pretty much every big time broadcaster. And it's just, why? Are we that big of a threat to you? And we're not even threatening. We haven't made any kind of actual threat. It's
No.
We've taken your viewers. We're giving them an alternative information source. Oh my goodness, I might as well have just started a new newspaper, for Christ's sake. I mean, it's just, wow.
And with what you were saying, with he was well within his rights, that becomes a question of international law, because the Wall Street Journal is based out of United States, where Felix Kjellberg is based out of, I think, right, he was based in Sweden, but now he's based in Brighton, England, which it becomes a matter of, can he even sue through an international court system about this?
Well, technically he should be able to, but the actual legality of it is definitely a bunch of question marks. I would have to look at a lot more information, but he can definitely sue Wall Street Journal for this shit. I mean, it's really, no, it's definitely a problem, and I'm not even sure if PewDiePie was aware of his rights with this. I mean...
Well, I mean, it's... With the age of the internet and information and interconnectivity around the world, it's impossible to be... Yeah, but, I mean, it's impossible to be aware of your rights because, really, there is no international justice system across the internet. Sure, there's private domains where if an administrator of that private domain sees you as wrong, can take you off of it, but publicly, it's Wild West.
Yeah, it's definitely confusing. And I can understand why you might want to have some guidelines for usage and things, but there's also a certain point where this isn't guidelines anymore. It's straight up, it's my way or the road, and that's not right either.
Well, no, but also in these situations, it questions if the internet should have laws.
Yes. I'd say it should definitely have some loose laws, but it's hard to even express
even then,
what is reasonable as a law, too, for such.
Yeah, and even then, that draws in even more questions of, you know, certain countries that don't follow the same guidelines and laws as the rest of us, like communist-based countries that don't follow most international guidelines anyway, if they would, and what would be the punishment of not following it.
Yeah, I mean, it does become a lot more difficult to figure it out. Honestly, what I would personally say is every country have whatever their guidelines are, have every broadcaster actually go through these guidelines, give them a permanent copy PDF that they have to download, and every time they upload that the program actually checks to see that PDF is present. Otherwise, they have to read and download it again and agree to it again.
Yeah.
But
and
with something like that, now every country has their guidelines out there, and if you're viewing one from a different country, I think that it should be like part of the intro or something, where the computer actually reads that, hey, your countries are different, and a computer can do this. That's part of what an IP address does.
It reads your location to give you these, you know, warnings and information.
I mean, it makes sense to me. A lot of people might view this as a breach of their privacy, but honestly, it would avoid a lot of problems. I mean, for a little while, my very first video that I ever put up, a almost 2-hour Let's Play of Let It Die, I actually had my videos blocked from 5 different countries because of a in-game music.
Yeah, more information on the claim. Colombia had claimed that a song titled Let It Die had been playing, and so such as New Zealand, Japan, the United States, Mexico, South Korea, and Colombia all blocked any viewership within them.
I mean, that's just... It's not right. It's part of game content. What the hell? And that's all I can say about it.
Under the pretense of a copyright claim.
I mean, seriously, that was my very first video. I'm not monetized yet. I haven't even gone as far as to play with a Patreon account. And if I get my subscribers and viewers up, I might eventually do something like that. But right now, it's just not worth it to me to try. It's...
Yeah, I mean, if you had monetized it, I could see where they were coming from when they're saying, wait, this is our content, we want the money for it. That would have been an entirely different story.
Yeah, I mean, even then. And at that point, actually, I would have honestly seen it more appropriate for them to actually give me a chance to negotiate a contract or something if I had been monetized, where, hey, we want this large percentage of the funds for this because this is ours, and you're just bringing exposure to it.
Yeah,
and
we'll
tried to get me to agree to something like that. But...
strike a contract with you where you get, like, kind of all profits based off your videos, you know, because you're giving us exposure and bringing in a lot of viewership.
I mean, this actually makes sense from a business point of view. I mean, if this is something they're making money off of, ooh, hey, it's being advertised. This guy will do it for dirt cheap. Yeah. Compared to if we were putting this on a billboard or something.
Yeah. Watch Us specifically, don't buy the game. That's a little bit different.
Yeah, that would be different. And honestly, if you like what you see, buy it.
Yeah. There's no reason not to.
Let's just get the hell out of here.
I mean, sure, we could show you everything in the frickin' world of our style, but
what you will actually do might be something different. Hell, you might even find some legendary item somewhere just because of random generation that I'll never find.
I never even knew existed. I notice you always shoot for the torso. Is it because you don't think you can get the accuracy with the head?
Not because... well, right now, it's because I don't think I'll get the accuracy for the head. But if you actually look at some of my background training, Cody, that I've mentioned with you, it's actually part of the training. Yes, with certain things, I will go for the head even if it goes against the training, but that's more of a case of, I know this guy's deader than dog shit after I do this.
Well, yeah, I only assumed you would because you're shooting to kill, not to injure.
I mean, right here, head's easier target, and... ooh, ow! Yeah, you little prick. Yeah, I always hate it when I hear voices. Oh boy, I just realized how quickly that could be taken out of context. Oh, that reminds me. I will probably hop back on in a little while. I've been recently paged that dinner is ready, so I'm going to end this broadcast because I'm pretty sure people don't want me to like stand in a location indefinitely or look at a pause screen while I go get dinner. So...
yeah. We'll probably start this back up. What? Probably in an hour?
Probably less than that. It'll probably take me, like, 15-20 minutes to eat dinner. Maybe a little bit longer if I'm actually requested to, like, do some house things, but not terribly long.
Let's set 9:30 as a definite time, alright?
I will definitely be back by... hang on. What time my time would it be? Definitely by 7:30 my time. No matter what, I'll be back. Yeah. By the way, I'm about 2 hours ahead of Cody, so yeah.
Behind.
Sorry, behind. Bleh. Yeah. Can't talk.
If you're Eastern Standard Time, we will be returning to this broadcast at 9:30 p.m. as follows. West Coast would be
Well,
time, which is you.
I'm
7:30.
General Mountain Time, so yeah, 7:30. I'll definitely be back by then.
And Central 8:30. All right, we will be back within the hour. Bye bye, everybody.
Have a good one. Be safe. I'm quick saving right here for you.